So last year, after I paid all my living expenses and the minimums on my debt, I had a little over $11,600. Should I have taken that money and used it to pay off my debt quicker, or should I have invested that money? Let's take a look. What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Brad. I make videos with tips and motivation on how to get out of debt, how to stay positive, and live a more happy, fulfilling life. If you think that's something that might make your life better, consider subscribing. Hit that bell notification so you get told every single time I release a video or go live. Today, I want to talk to you about a debate that I hear ongoing on the internet, on Twitter, all over the debt-free community, and that's whether we should be investing extra money or if we should be using that extra money to get rid of our consumer debt quickly. Now, I'll let you know where I stand at the end of this video, but I kind of want to play devil's advocate because if you know me by now, I don't tend to listen to what other people say. I kind of do the math and find out for myself like everybody should. On one side of the fence, there's let's get rid of this debt. Now, you have to remember that debt holds other things besides just financial worries. Debt brings stress. Debt can destroy a marriage. Debt does a number of things to us that are not money related. So when I think about if I should be getting rid of debt or investing, I kind of think about those things as well. And I know people like Dave Ramsey like to argue, get rid of debt because debt are fixed. They're not volatile. They don't go up. They don't go down. Debts will always be there, and you should always try and get rid of your debts first to get rid of that automatic loss in your income. He says the greatest way for building wealth is your income. So when you have debt and you have interest towards those debt, you're going to be losing that income automatically. Where the stock market and investing, that can go up and down and up and down. But on the flip side of that, you have investing early and using the power of compound interest and letting that interest really grow for you over time. And the earlier you start doing that and the earlier you start to invest, the better off you'll be. And also, long-term investing tends to outweigh low interest debts. Meaning that if you don't pay a lot of interest on a certain consumer debt, you'll probably get a greater return in the market than you lose in debts, having a general overall net. That's kind of like both sides of the argument. Then you look into other types of investments like a 401k company match. Like, is that really free money? Should people really be doing that? These are things that I have to think about now as I'm almost becoming debt-free and getting ready to really start investing. When it comes to the 401k, people argue, well, if you lose your job tomorrow, do you want to be debt-free? Or do you want a really, really big 401k that you can't touch until you get to retirement age? So what I did was I did some math and I looked back, and here's where I would have stood in 2018 if I would have done investing over paying off my debt quicker. So like I said, I made $11,630 extra that I could have applied towards my debt snowball or that I could have invested at an average interest rate of 4.6%. That means by paying that off, I saved myself $535 of interest payments in 2018. Now, if I would have taken that same money and put it into an index fund like the S&P 500, what would have happened to my money in 2018? Now, before you jump down my throat and say, well, I bring back a greater return than the S&P 500, or that I'm a real estate investor and real estate always does better than the stock market. That's okay. I'm not here to debate. I understand that some people do better than others when it comes to investing, but I'm talking on a general sense. Somebody like me, a beginner investor, somebody that doesn't really know a lot, that's probably just going to get their feet wet with index fund investing. Well, it turns out in 2018 that the S&P 500 was down 6%. That means I would have lost $697 in 2018 as opposed to saving myself a little over $500 in interest payments. Now, was this a fluke of a year, 2018, with the market down? Yes, the market tends to go up, but what about in 2008 as well? I mean, yes, that was 10 years ago, but the point being that I'm starting to see is that the stock market is volatile, that it is up, it is down, and that if I would have put my money into investments in 2018, I would have lost a lot more money than I would have gained. Now, does that mean I think I made the right thing? I'm not sure, because like I said, there's so many other factors. And I see those other factors well because I had investments in 2017 as well. And the reason I didn't cash them out and pay off my debt was because in 2017, the market just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And I was like, there's no way I can get my money out. I need to keep growing this. I need to take advantage of this. Well, it turns out maybe that was a little bit of greed. Maybe I should have taken that money out so that I wouldn't have crashed in 2018 and I'd have $13,000 or so less dollars in debt that I have invested right now in Robinhood. I don't know, at this point, I think I'm kind of happy that I'm paying off my debt quicker and not investing. And I talk to a lot of people in many different debt-free type communities out there. And it piques my interest, but I'm going to continue to do my research and do the math. And right now, for me, the math just shows that debt is a fixed interest. It is not going away until you get rid of that debt. And I'm thinking to myself, if I lose my job tomorrow, I want to be debt free. I don't need a huge 401k right now. And also, I'm thinking very, very long term. I know that if I really focus on paying off my debts with that $11,000 extra that I had, I will try and catch up later on, and I will let that time grow. And yes, I know mathematically that it's better for me to get in now, but I made silly mistakes with money early in my life that are not allowing me to take advantage of that education now. Right now, I have to focus on the mistakes I made. I have to evaluate, and I have to think, I need to get out of debt. I need to stop paying people guaranteed interest. And I need to be able to watch the stock market climb and drop and climb and drop and have that little fear of FOMO, like I should be doing what everybody else is doing. But at the end of the day, I can only do what Brad's doing. And what Brad's doing right now is Brad is trying to get out of debt as quickly as possible. But guys, I can't say that my mind won't change. And as I grow and as I learn, I've been learning lots of different things. I started off as a Dave Ramsey by the book person, and I am starting to vary and skew a little bit as I learn things. But for me, if math can back it up, it's going to be really, really hard for me to change my mind. But this is me. Do what works best for you. If you think investing is good for you at your age, in your situation, in your family life, then go ahead and invest. Drop down in the comments, guys, not for a debate, but for a conversation. If there's something that I'm missing here, please let me know. For me, this is an education. I'm learning. I know that I'm not doing things perfectly, and I know there's other angles, but I'm not trying to beat the system right now. I'm just trying to get out of debt and do what works best for me and my family. For me, as a 37-year-old man with a high property taxes and a wife and a daughter and $115,000 worth of debt, my focus right now is on getting out of debt. I hope you guys do what works best for you. Until I see you on the next one, guys, stay positive, work really, really hard, and be kind to others. I hope you guys have a really, really awesome day.